Hey, what's going on YouTube? I got this little bypass switch for your idle off. Automatic shuts the truck off in traffic if you're stopped too long once the brake pedal is depressed far enough. And this thing, I want to kind of reverse the polarity of this. So this is a little cheaper switch than I've seen some of the other ones buy. And I can leave a link where I got it, but it's about half price. I think it's about $53. But the only thing you're doing is reversing the polarity of this switch, or how it functions. So after I put this on, the default will be it will not shut off in traffic. The only downside is the dash. You'll have your little light up here in the corner with the A and this like half circle around it that says idle off. I'll show you that. So once we get this put in, that'll be on all the time, and it will not shut the truck off in default mode. If I'm ever in heavy traffic, drive through, I can still push this and then it'll go back. It'll turn this light off and then it'll function as the factory intended. But I just want the default to off state. Why would I want to do that? I just don't want excessive starts on my truck. And you know, every time you crank that battery over, when the truck's not running, you're pulling a load on your battery. I know it's designed to function this way, but I don't have that much in traffic stop use. And I just want to preserve the longevity of the mechanicability or the mechanics of my truck and the life of the battery. So just my thoughts. It works for my particular needs, so that's what I'm going to do. So the first thing we got to do is we take this little tool in here and we got to take this charging station loose. And there's a couple recessed places down in here. And we'll pop that out and then we'll get this thing installed. So stay tuned. Alright, so we got the charging station out. This little thing, it just has a little press release on the side there. You just press that in to release it. So you can see right there where that was plugged in. And right there is the piece you press on in the back. I didn't know how that works, so if it saves somebody some trouble, just push that little tab in. That'll get your charging station out of your way. And then, like I said, you just have a screw right here, one here, Phillips, just a standard Phillips head screwdriver, and then one right here. Okay, so now with that out, we should be able to slide this up, pop this piece out, and lift this dash piece out here. See if I can do this while I'm talking to you guys. Okay, there's one side, just be gentle with it. There's the other one. I should be able to pop this out of place. Try not to put it on anything where I can scratch anything up. Let me get my rag out of here. A little bit of prevention can save a lifetime of scratches, right? And it's getting ready to storm. I just got this truck washed, hand washed it today. Okay, and then if we'd flip that over, of course you could see where the cup holder is. This right here lines up with the idle function right there, and then the different traction control modes. So from my understanding, this will plug in to here. And then after we pull this out, it'll plug in to the other end of this. So let me get that hooked up and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so this right here, same thing. I just wanted to show you, it's got the same little push tab. So I can push in on that, should be able to pull it out. Alright, so the issue with this one is, save you guys a little trouble, this tab right here, you see that right there? On this one, you got to pull it back when it's upside down to pull it out. So, duh, that makes sense. So that's how I did it. And I'll go ahead and put this other switch in place. So this goes here, lines the tabs up, snap this one in place, like so. And now this one, it's got the locking tab on the back. Should just push in, snaps in place. Alright, so there that is. Let me flip this thing over, snap it back in, and you can see here it's just got the 1, 2, 3, there's 4 clips on each side, so we want to make sure we get all those snap back in place. So let me flip this over and snap those in real quick. Alright, it's raining. I had to shut my doors up before I flip this over and put it in. I just want to let you know I put one little zip tie on this piece. This is pretty rigid here. Just to keep this, and it'll still be out of the way. It's not sitting on or rubbing on anything. Just cut that off. And this piece was already sticking this far, so it's got plenty of clearance on that piece. That should keep it from rattling or getting in the way and rubbing on anything. Dropped you. Okay, I think I got those back in place. Now, I'm going to plug this back in, seat that down in place. Well, I got to put my screws in first. Let's go ahead and get the 2 screws in there. So this, I'm going to look at this, show you guys the tabs. You see there's 1, 2, 3. It helps in a video like this to see these before you pry them out, because I had no clue. So this is going to be in here like this, so when you're popping these out, see right there where the tool went under, the little recess place here, there's a tab there and there. So you want to pop out each side, and then you can lift up and your center one will come out. Just wanted to point that out to you. Like I said, to me, that's the most helpful thing about these videos. I haven't done this before. So if you can take and learn from my messing around here, it could save you some time. I mean, the videos I watched, the ones I seen didn't have the charging station. They said, oh, you just take a tool, pop it out. Well, it sounds easy till you go to do it, and you're like, hey, how was I supposed to do that? Just like that, I can't get that in place like that. So you gotta get it under here first. And get it in place. Snap it in. Now we gotta line these up. So I'd push it forward first, put your center one down, and it snaps right in. So there you go, we got that popped in, it's nice and tight. Charging station's in, this is in, and that's it. So I'll show you guys live, real time here. We'll start the truck. Okay, so now I've started it, and usually when you start this is default mode, it is on. Okay, so now I haven't touched it, I've started it, and it should be off, which it is. See the little yellow light here? Before, you had to depress this to bypass that. Okay, now if we press it, now it's back on. So it'll idle stop as the factory settings intended. But what's nice is I want it off, so every time I start, it'll already default off. I don't have to remember to go and hit this. So I'll show you the link, like I said, down in the description if you want to check it. So you can order one of these. Like I said, I think it was like 54 bucks. I've seen them on eBay and on Amazon. So better than $100. I know some of the models I've seen, like if you get up to the 2023 Pilot and Ridgelines, you could get these even cheaper. You know, so I think it was closer to $30, somewhere around that neighborhood. So I looked feverishly, but for this model, 2022 Honda Ridgeline, I could only find 2. And I opted for the cheaper one because in my mind, there's not much to that, right? You're just reversing the polarity. So I'll leave that down the link or the description below. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you want one of those, pick them up, and hopefully this video will help you install it. Peace out. Take care.